Have you ever had one of those days? The kind where everything feels like it's on a knife's edge, perfectly balanced, but one tiny thing could send it all tumbling down. I had a day like that not too long ago. It started like any other Tuesday. I woke up, went through my morning routine on autopilot, and had my mind already racing ahead to a big, important meeting scheduled for mid-morning. This was one of those meetings that felt like a turning point, the kind you prep for, the kind you lose a little sleep over. My entire day was structured around it. Every minute was accounted for, from the coffee brew time to the exact moment I needed to leave the house to catch the 8:15 a.m. bus. I grabbed my bag, did a final check in the mirror, and rushed out the door, maybe a minute or two behind my perfect schedule, but still manageable. I started power walking towards the bus stop, my mind rehearsing opening lines and potential counterarguments for the meeting. I could see the bus up ahead, its lights on, sitting at the stop. A wave of relief washed over me. Perfect. I picked up my pace, a little jog now, feeling the strap of my bag bouncing against my shoulder. I was just a few feet away, close enough to make eye contact with a passenger staring out the window. And then, with a hydraulic hiss that sounded like a final, definitive nope, the doors folded shut. I watched, frozen, as the bus pulled away from the curb, taking my perfectly planned morning with it. For a solid 10 seconds, I just stood there, speechless. Then the frustration hit me like a physical wave. It started in my chest, hot and tight, and radiated outwards. Are you kidding me? Seriously. My mind immediately went into overdrive, a frantic cascade of negative thoughts. The schedule was ruined. The next bus wasn't for another 20 minutes. That meant I'd be late for the meeting. Not just a little late, but embarrassingly late. My meticulously prepared image of being punctual and on top of things was shattering before I even got there. My mind started stacking worrying upon worrying, each one heavier than the last. They'll think I'm unprofessional, disorganized. They'll start without me. Maybe they'll cancel my part of the presentation altogether. The entire opportunity could be lost, all because of a few seconds. My heart was pounding, not from the run, but from pure anxiety. I felt this intense pressure to do something, to fix it, but there was nothing to be done. The bus was gone. The situation was what it was. Standing there fuming on the sidewalk wasn't going to make another bus magically appear. So, with a heavy sigh of resignation, I realized I had two choices: stand there simmering in my own stress for 20 minutes, or start walking. Walking felt at least a little productive, like I was taking some control back. So, I started walking in the direction of the office. At first, every step was fueled by annoyance. Each footfall on the pavement was a punctuation mark to my internal monologue of complaints. My jaw was clenched. My shoulders were tense, up around my ears. The city, which was just background noise moments before, now felt actively hostile. The sound of traffic seemed louder, more grating. The sun felt too bright, a spotlight on my failure. A car horn blared nearby, and I flinched, my nerves completely frayed. I was trapped in a mental prison of what-ifs and should-haves, my body just a vehicle for my racing mind. I was so consumed by the future, by the meeting I was now going to be late for, that I wasn't present at all. I was a ghost walking down the street, my real self already in that conference room, apologizing profusely and trying to recover. But you can only maintain that level of intense, clenched jaw frustration for so long. It's exhausting, and somewhere between the fourth and fifth block, something began to shift. It wasn't a conscious decision. It was more like my body just couldn't sustain the tension anymore. I took a deep breath, the first real one since I'd missed the bus, and as I let it out, I felt my shoulders drop an inch. Then I took another. My pace, which had been a frantic, angry stride, unconsciously began to slow. I started to notice the simple, rhythmic sound of my own footsteps on the concrete. Thump, thump, thump. It was a steady beat, a simple percussion that cut through the chaotic noise in my head. For the first time all morning, my attention wasn't on the meeting. It wasn't on my lateness or my frustration. It was right there, on the sidewalk with the sound of my shoes. The air, which had felt stifling just minutes before, now felt cool and crisp against my face. I noticed a single yellow leaf, a holdout from autumn, drifting in a slow spiral across the sidewalk in front of me. I watched it until it came to rest near a crack in the pavement. A bird started chirping from a tree in someone's front yard. It wasn't a dramatic, symphonic melody. It was just a simple, repetitive call, but I heard it, really heard it. It was a sound that had probably been there all along, but my mental static had been too loud to let it in. I looked up and saw the intricate pattern of branches against the bright blue sky. I noticed the different architectural styles of the houses I was passing, the care someone had taken to plant a row of colorful flowers in their window box. The world had been there the whole time, in all its quiet detail, but I hadn't been there with it. By walking, I had been forced to slow down, not just physically, but mentally. The 20-minute gap that had initially felt like a disaster was turning into something else entirely. It was an unplanned, unscheduled pause, a pocket of time I hadn't asked for, but it turns out I desperately needed. The frantic hamster wheel in my brain was finally slowing to a stop. The worries about the meeting hadn't vanished completely, but they had lost their sharp, terrifying edges. They were now just thoughts, not catastrophic certainties. I realized I could send a quick, polite text message explaining I was running a few minutes late due to a transport issue. It wasn't the end of the world. It was a simple, solvable problem. As I approached the next bus stop, I saw another bus in the distance. This time, there was no panic, no frantic rush. I just walked calmly to the stop and waited. As I stepped on, I found a seat by the window. The tension that had gripped me so tightly earlier was completely gone. I felt a sense of calm and clarity that was the exact opposite of how my day had started. I was still going to be late. That fact hadn't changed. But my experience of that fact had been transformed. And you know what? I got to the office, sent a quick apology, and the meeting still happened. It went well, actually. My mind was clearer, and I felt more grounded and focused than I would have if I de-arrived in that earlier state of frantic stress. Life continued. The world didn't stop spinning, but something inside me had shifted. The day taught me a profound lesson. I had missed the bus, yes. But in doing so, I had stopped missing the moment. I had been so focused on getting to the future that I was completely absent from my own life, right here, right now. It's a funny paradox, isn't it? We rush and we plan and we optimize, all in the service of getting somewhere, of achieving something. But sometimes the universe has other plans. It throws a missed bus, a traffic jam, or a canceled appointment in our way. And in that moment of delay, in that frustrating, unwanted pause, lies a hidden opportunity. It's an invitation to stop, to breathe, to look around and notice the world that's right in front of you. It's a chance to return to the present moment, the only place where life is actually happening. Sometimes, the very things that seem to delay us are actually what bring us back to ourselves. They're not obstacles, they're course corrections. They remind us that the journey is just as important, if not more so, than the destination. So the next time you miss a bus, or get stuck in traffic, or have your perfect plan fall apart just for a second, try to resist the immediate urge to panic. Take a breath, look around, listen. You might just find that you haven't missed a thing. You've just been given the gift of the present moment. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more reflections on finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. See you next time.